physical shape that we've been all year long. I think it allowed us to clean up some things in all three phases of the game. And hopefully that shows in this game. I think we're going to play really well. I think we're going to play really fast.
Did it give you a chance to take a deep breath too and just kind of get past the loss and move on?
Yeah, I think it did. You know, everybody seems to forget we actually won our last game. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. You know, we're not going to get the team back. We're not going to get to play them again. We've got to move on. We've talked about it enough. It was good for our players, I think, just to get away from every day of being around us and get a little bit of break.
Anyone make a jump this week? Come along particularly well?
I think Kiffin Seymour played really well. You know, as we go throughout the season, we'll look to expand his role at some point. I don't know when that's going to be, but it's good to have a young corner like that.
Any of the linemen, did they get any extra reps? Maybe some of the guys that either haven't played at all and looking to next year, or
not really. You know, there's not really many guys in our offensive line to rotate in there. They're either redshirting or played for the most part. So Max Turk continues to look good. Continue to mostly find ways to get him in the game.
It's important to show that you can play well on the road again. Well, the win came at home. It's important to show that you can play well on the road.
Well, I don't think show. I think it's just important to do. We need to play better on the road. We didn't do well in our last game. We finished last year doing well. It's a new year, so it'll help do a lot better on third down. It'll help to take care of the ball.
You talked about how the defensive line and
Martinez is like a big, you know, once in his career, homecoming return and all that. Advice for, you know, kids where it's a big deal, wanting to go back to this offense.
Yeah, I would really downplay it. It's kind of really just talking about doing his job. It's the next thing. It's going to have nothing to do with whether you play really well and where the game's at. So go back to your fundamentals.
you talked about the defensive line in 2003 that held opponents to 1.7 yards per carry. What number does this defensive line need to get to where you think they can really take over games and control them?
Well, that would obviously be great to have anything near those numbers. That was an older group. You know, this is still a relatively inexperienced group comparatively. But they've done well, and they've continued to improve throughout the season, so this will be a good road test for them. And we're going to need them to play well. Anytime you go on the road, in a hostile environment, you need your defense to play well.
What is Dion going to do defensively? Maybe a step that he was taking from last year?
Well, I think Dion has been, you know, the lead for this changing of the defensive philosophy because of college football and the conference and getting smaller and faster and more playmakers. So we're continuing to try to recruit the same way because he makes so many plays. Obviously, he's undersized in the position that he plays, but he makes so many plays. It's a lot more important.
You mentioned Kiffin Seymour and trying to get him a new role. If he plays the nickel well, does that help the Sam linebacker position out as well?
As far as getting a break?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, anytime that if you can play nickel, you're going to allow one of your guys to come out. Now, ours is a little bit different because Dion flops over, you know, and he stays in the game in nickel. You know, and ours come out and Casey's out in the middle, so, but it does give someone a break.
any update on college status for the game or anything?
I hope that he plays, and obviously there's a big difference when he does. The last two games that he's played, we rushed for over 250 yards in those games. I think 12:30. You know, it's a little bit old-fashioned, but I just think for fans, for everybody involved, we should just get up and play and have the rest of the day. You know, because these guys come in on Sundays, and it's not like the NFL. These guys come in Sundays, they lift, they meet, and then they have tutors and study hall Sunday night. So because of that reason, especially when you're on the road, we really don't like road games. We really don't like games at Giants, especially on the road.
So what are you doing to make 7 people how much does that involve?
I'm not worried about preparation. I'm just answering a question as far as what I prefer from the standpoint for the kids. I'm not worried about when the game kicks off as far as how we're going to play.
And the mindset of these guys going forward?
I think they're in a good place, but we need to play well. We need to play well in this game. It's going to be an exciting game, very competitive. Their last game means nothing. They won't play anything like it. They'll come out extremely physical, excited, throw everything at us.
Crazy things happen talk to them about the staff and maybe try to make sure you cross all your T's, dot all your I's.
Yeah, you know, we talk about weathering the storm when you go on the road anytime, especially if it's a Thursday night game in an environment like it'll be. You know, they're going to make some plays. It's going to happen. You know, stay upbeat with the players, especially the younger guys who haven't been in these type of situations.
The star guy, you have to account for him every play.
You do. You know where he is, and you know to deal with him because he can make so many plays, and also, you know, the penetration is such an issue. Even if he's not making the play, he's making the running backs bounce the runs, and the quarterback have to move around.
Thanks, Coach.